From the moment we first looked to the skies, we have been captivated by the dream of flight. A miracle, defying gravity, soaring above the earth. Over the decades, we have striven to perfect this marvel of engineering, pushing the boundaries of technology and human endeavor. But our mastery of the skies is a delicate balance, a complex interplay of human skill, advanced machines, and the unpredictable nature of the world around us. And sometimes, tragically, this delicate balance is shattered. The consequences, when they occur, are devastating. Each incident, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the immense responsibility that comes with our ambition to conquer the skies. Join us now, as we delve into the intricate details of some of the most perplexing aviation accidents in recent history. We will unravel the chain of events piece by piece, and examine the profound lessons learned from each tragedy. This is a story of human error, mechanical failure, and the relentless pursuit of making our skies safer. The tropical sun beat down on Jakarta's Soekarno-Hatta International Airport. It was a morning like any other, bustling with the promise of journeys beginning and lives intersecting. Lion Air Flight 610, a Boeing 737 MAX, stood on the tarmac, poised for a routine flight to Pangkal Pinang. On board were 181 passengers and 8 crew members, a tapestry of individuals from all walks of life, each with their own story, their own hopes and dreams. The plane taxied, ascended and pierced the clouds, embarking on what should have been a short, uneventful journey. But high above the Java Sea, a silent drama was unfolding. Unbeknownst to the pilots, a faulty sensor was feeding erroneous data to the aircraft's Maneuvering Characteristics Augmentation System, known as MCAS. This system, designed to prevent a stall, was receiving false information, perceiving a dangerous angle of attack that simply wasn't there. The MCAS, responding to the phantom threat, began to automatically push the nose of the aircraft downwards. The pilots, struggling to understand the sudden, unexpected behavior of their aircraft, fought back against the system's relentless force. The cockpit voice recorder, recovered from the depths of the Java Sea, paints a harrowing picture of the pilots' desperate struggle. Confusion reigned as warning lights flashed, alarms blared, and the control column vibrated violently in their hands. They wrestled with the controls, trying to regain control of their aircraft, their training and instincts battling against a force they could neither see nor fully comprehend. Each time they managed to pull the nose up, the MCAS, convinced the plane was nearing a stall, would push it back down again. The passengers, unaware of the silent battle being waged in the cockpit, continued about their routines. Some may have glanced out the windows, perhaps noticing the unusual altitude changes. Others may have felt a growing sense of unease as the plane bucked and surged. But in the cockpit, the situation was becoming increasingly dire. Time was slipping away with every passing second. The pilots, grappling with a system they were ill-equipped to handle, found themselves trapped in a deadly game of tug-of-war with their own aircraft. The world was still reeling from the Lion Air tragedy. Questions lingered, investigations were ongoing, and a sense of unease settled over the aviation industry. Then, less than 5 months later, on a clear Sunday morning, tragedy struck again. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, another Boeing 737 MAX, took off from Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, destined for Nairobi, Kenya. On board were 149 passengers and 8 crew members, representing 35 nationalities. A diverse group brought together by the promise of travel, their lives intertwined in this fateful journey. The aircraft climbed swiftly, soaring over the Ethiopian countryside. But just 6 minutes into the flight, the unthinkable happened. The aircraft began to experience the same erratic behavior that had plagued Lion Air Flight 610. The MCAS, reacting to faulty sensor data, began to force the nose of the plane down. The pilots, aware of the Lion Air crash and trained on how to handle such a situation, fought desperately to regain control. The pilots followed their training meticulously, executing the emergency procedures to disable the MCAS. But the situation, already critical, took a turn for the worse. The force required to counteract the MCAS was immense, exceeding their physical capabilities for an extended period. They struggled against the relentless system, their voices strained with exertion, their breathing heavy as they fought to keep the aircraft airborne. The cockpit voice recorder captured their desperate pleas for help, their voices a chilling testament to the terror they faced in their final moments. In the cabin, panic began to set in. Passengers, sensing the aircraft's erratic movements, gripped their armrests, their faces etched with fear. The once routine flight had transformed into a nightmare. The pilots, their strength failing, made a desperate attempt to regain control of the aircraft. They tried to return to the airport, but it was too late. The aircraft, in a steep, uncontrollable dive, plummeted towards the ground. The impact, when it came, was devastating. Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashed near the town of Bishoftu, killing all 157 people on board. The crash site, a scene of unimaginable devastation, served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unforgiving nature of aviation accidents. The world watched in disbelief. 2 crashes, involving the same aircraft type within a span of 5 months. The similarities were too striking to ignore. The Boeing 737 MAX, once a symbol of modern aviation, was now at the center of a global crisis. The aviation world held its breath. Regulators around the globe grounded the 737 MAX, demanding answers and accountability. The Ethiopian Airlines crash had triggered a reckoning, forcing the industry to confront uncomfortable truths about its safety practices and the processes that had failed so catastrophically. The bustling metropolis of Karachi, a city teeming with life and industry. On May 22, 2020, this vibrant tapestry was torn by tragedy. Pakistan International Airlines Flight 8303, a routine domestic flight from Lahore, was preparing to land, carrying the hopes and dreams of 91 passengers and 8 crew members. The Airbus A320, a workhorse of the skies, had made this journey countless times before. Yet, on this day, a series of errors would culminate in a devastating crash, a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of flight. As the aircraft descended through the hazy skies, the first signs of trouble emerged. The pilots, seemingly distracted, failed to extend the landing gear, a critical oversight with potentially catastrophic consequences. Despite multiple warnings from the aircraft's sophisticated systems, the error went unaddressed. The plane continued its descent, the metal underbelly scraping along the runway with a deafening screech. This harrowing moment, captured on CCTV cameras, sent chills down the spines of seasoned investigators. The initial impact, though severe, did not immediately spell doom for Flight 8303. The pilots, now acutely aware of their grave error, attempted to regain control of the crippled aircraft. They initiated a go-around, a desperate maneuver to abort the landing and climb back into the sky. But the damage had been done. The scraping landing had caused significant damage to the engines, starving them of the power needed for a successful climb. As the plane struggled to gain altitude, the engines sputtered and coughed, their mournful cries echoing through the cockpit. The pilots, their voices laced with tension and fear, desperately tried to troubleshoot the escalating crisis. Their frantic calls to air traffic control painted a grim picture of the unfolding disaster. Precious seconds ticked by, each one pushing the stricken aircraft closer to the brink. The bustling city below, oblivious to the drama unfolding above, went about its daily rhythm. But for those on board Flight 8303, time was running out, their fate hanging precariously in the balance. With the engines failing, Flight 8303 was transformed from a symbol of modern aviation into a wounded bird, struggling to stay aloft. The pilots, battling against the odds, fought valiantly to steer the plane towards a safe landing spot. Their target, a nearby open field, a sliver of hope amidst a sea of concrete and steel. But their efforts proved futile. The once mighty aircraft, starved of power and burdened by the weight of its errors, was now at the mercy of gravity. In the final, heart-wrenching moments, the plane plunged from the sky, crashing into a densely populated residential area near the airport. The impact, a deafening roar that shook the ground, sent shockwaves through the city. The tragedy of Flight 8303 serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance between human judgment and technological complexity that underpins modern aviation. Nestled amidst the towering peaks of the Himalayas, Nepal presents a breathtaking yet unforgiving landscape for aviation. Its rugged terrain, characterized by steep valleys and unpredictable weather patterns, demands the utmost skill and precision from those who dare to navigate its skies. On January 15, 2023, Yeti Airlines Flight 691 embarked on a routine journey, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of 72 souls. Their destination, Pokhara, a popular tourist hub known for its stunning views of the Annapurna mountain range, awaited their arrival. The ATR-72 aircraft, a twin-engine turboprop known for its reliability in challenging conditions, took off from Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu under seemingly clear skies. Passengers settled into their seats, perhaps gazing out at the sprawling cityscape below, unaware of the tragedy that lay ahead. As the aircraft ascended, it entered a world of soaring peaks and swirling mists, a testament to the raw power and beauty of the natural world. The flight crew, experienced aviators familiar with the region's demanding conditions, maintained contact with air traffic control, their voices calm and reassuring over the radio waves. For a time the flight progressed smoothly, a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to conquer even the most formidable of environments. Little did anyone know that this delicate balance between man and nature was about to be shattered. As Flight 691 approached Pokhara, the weather began to deteriorate, a common occurrence in this region of extreme meteorological variability. Clouds gathered around the mountaintops, obscuring the peaks from view and casting an eerie silence over the once vibrant landscape. With visibility decreasing, the pilots relied on their instruments, navigating through a labyrinth of valleys and ridges, their every decision carrying the weight of responsibility for the lives entrusted to them. The aircraft's descent into Pokhara was fraught with peril. The steep terrain left little margin for error, demanding precise control inputs from the pilots. Every maneuver, every adjustment to altitude and airspeed became critical in those final moments. The cockpit voice recorder, a silent witness to the unfolding drama, captured the tension in the pilots' voices as they worked tirelessly to maintain control. Despite their efforts, tragedy struck with terrifying speed. The aircraft, for reasons yet to be fully understood, deviated from its intended flight path, veering sharply to the left. The ground, once a distant tapestry of greens and browns, rushed towards them with alarming speed. The impact, when it came, was catastrophic. The crash of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 691 sent shockwaves through Nepal and the global aviation community. Rescue teams, battling treacherous terrain and inclement weather, rushed to the crash site, a scene of unimaginable devastation. The once pristine mountainside, now scarred by the wreckage of twisted metal and shattered dreams, stood as a stark reminder of the fragility of life. In the aftermath of the tragedy, investigators from Nepal's Civil Aviation Authority, along with international experts, began the painstaking task of piecing together the events that led to the crash. The black boxes, recovered from the wreckage, held the key to understanding what went wrong in those final fateful moments. As families mourned the loss of loved ones, the world waited for answers. The investigation into the crash of Ethiopian Airlines Flight 691 would take months to complete, but one thing was clear. This tragedy served as a stark reminder of the challenges and risks inherent in aviation, particularly in mountainous regions. The lessons learned from this disaster would shape the future of aviation safety, prompting a renewed focus on pilot training, aircraft design, and operational procedures, all in the pursuit of preventing such tragedies from happening again. Each tragedy in the skies exacts a heavy toll, not only in the loss of precious lives but also in the erosion of trust in the systems designed to keep us safe. The investigations that follow seek to uncover the truth and prevent history from repeating itself. Certain incidents force us to confront uncomfortable truths and prompt sweeping changes to enhance safety. The crashes of Lion Air Flight 610, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302, Pakistan International Airlines Flight 8303, and Ethiopian Airlines Flight 691 expose vulnerabilities in the aviation industry. Each accident serves as a reminder that safety is a continuous pursuit, demanding vigilance and learning from past mistakes. The human cost of these tragedies is immeasurable. Families torn apart by grief, communities left reeling in shock, and a collective sense of vulnerability that permeates the skies. Behind each statistic lies a story of dreams shattered and a profound sense of loss. It is in their honor that we strive for a safer future in aviation. The pursuit of aviation safety is a collective endeavor, requiring the concerted efforts of all stakeholders. It demands a culture of transparency, where mistakes are scrutinized and lessons applied to prevent recurrence. The stakes are simply too high to accept anything less. In the wake of these tragedies, the aviation industry has embarked on a journey of introspection and reform. Enhanced pilot training programs are being implemented worldwide. The role of automation is being re-evaluated with a focus on ensuring pilots understand their aircraft's systems. Regulatory bodies are strengthening their oversight and demanding greater transparency from manufacturers. The International Civil Aviation Organization plays a pivotal role in setting global aviation standards. The quest for aviation safety is an ongoing journey, demanding constant vigilance and adaptation. As technology advances, the aviation industry must remain agile, anticipating risks and implementing proactive measures. The goal is to prevent accidents from happening in the first place. The human element remains a critical factor in aviation safety. Pilots require ongoing training, support, and a work environment that prioritizes safety. Fatigue management, crew resource management, and mental health awareness are areas for improvement. The skies have borne witness to our capacity for error and the tragic consequences that follow. Yet from these tragedies we rise, determined to create a safer tomorrow. The pursuit of aviation safety is a testament to our enduring spirit and belief in human ingenuity. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow on the aircraft soaring gracefully above, we are reminded of the delicate balance between our pursuit of the skies and the unforgiving nature of the world around us. The tragedies we have explored, etched in our memories, serve as solemn reminders of the human cost of complacency and the importance of unwavering vigilance in the face of risk. While we can never undo the pain of these tragedies, we can honor the lives lost by striving for a safer future in aviation. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below.